It's senior day for Sydney Wagoner and the Taylor women's tennis team, a time of celebration and reflection. But getting here wasn't always guaranteed for Wagoner.
At 8 years old, I was diagnosed with scoliosis.
"6 years and 2 back braces later, Wagoner's spine had a 55-degree curvature. At the age of 14, the only solution was surgery. 2 titanium rods and a series of screws and hooks were placed into Wagoner's back.
I weighed 80 pounds going into the hospital, and I weighed 70 coming out at 14 years old. So I was a very fragile person. So the car ride home was a struggle, and just walking up just 2 steps, sitting in a chair, getting up out of a chair.
Following the surgery, Wagoner says she did feel like the odd man out, but her parents and sister helped her get through that tough time.
My dad's a social worker, so he looked from a different perspective and saw the medical side, and so he was able to take care of me in that way. But then having my mom being the mother figure, making sure that I was taken care of, but then just having my sister the same age as me, just kind of understanding that younger perspective. But it was nice to have my best friend, who is my sister, just watching TV with me and just doing the simple things.
Wagoner's father was there for her rehab, which was walking. A lot of walking. First, it was 50 yards and back, then a mile and back, and then 2 miles and back, and eventually back to the tennis court as a member of her high school's tennis team. Returning to the sport she loved helped Wagoner get back to a sense of normalcy.
It's like, you know what, like, I'm just like any other athlete out here on the court. So for 3 years in high school, I played, and I saw no difference in me. I did just as well as everybody else, and I think tennis is what makes me who I am.
Her teammates describe Wagoner as someone with a servant's heart. Head coach Jeannie Morgan says Wagoner's impact goes beyond serves, volleys, and match points.
I think she sets an example of what it means to be a Christian who loves the sport, who's had struggles, but just regardless gives everything to the sport. And I think the girls, all of them, see that Sydney loves this game. She loves Taylor. She loves Taylor's women's tennis. And I don't look for Sydney to probably ever go away. I look for her to always be connected. She will be probably one of the alumni that we can look back and she'll always be in the stands supporting us.
It's been 7 years since the surgery, and this whole process has helped Wagoner realize her path after graduation. She wants to be a social worker in a children's hospital. And even after all of the setbacks, Wagoner says she is blessed for the journey God has put her on.
I questioned. I asked why, and I doubted, but ultimately in the end, I sit in my room and I thank him for what I've been put through.
With the Taylor women's tennis team, Rick Johnston, Trojan Sports Network.